watch where I place my hand. I gotta put my thumb.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Go, go, go.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did.
Well, I'm like sort of dry, not too dry.
You saw us drive. Oh, you know, I think.
Oh, you may. Up with the eagle's nest. Somebody give him a strip.
May the audience please rise for tonight's flag ceremony. Color guard, attention. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, halt. Color guard, prepare to post the colors. Post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Those in uniform, scout salute. Those not in uniform, place your right hand over your heart. Face the flag. Ready, begin. Two, the audience may be seated. Scouts and Scouters, please remain standing for the presentation of the Scout Oath and Scout Law. Scout Sign 1, please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in the Scout Law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2, you may be seated. Color guard, reform. Color guard, retreat. Color guard, dismiss. Thank you.
Well, this is really funny, serving as the Scoutmaster for the troop, and now I'm about to start up our Court of Honor. We're here to recognize one candidate for the Eagle Award. As always, before we start, take your phones out, just double check that they're silenced. I really don't want to have any surprises in the middle of this. You don't want to be scrambling around, it'll be real funny. All right, so with that, let me introduce you to Reverend George Martson. He is the pastor of Sage Granada Park United Methodist Church and has been an integral part of our troop and has watched us as we've grown and blossomed here. So, Reverend George.
Thank you, Paul. And welcome to Sage Granada Park United Methodist Church, where I have been the pastor for the past 7 years. Let us pray. Holy God, God of our highest aspirations, God of our lofty dreams, God of the mountaintop, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as family, friends, leaders, and fellow scouts on this significant day in the life of Ryan Wong. Today we celebrate an important journey full of challenges, friendship, struggles, and occasionally a little fun. Today we think of all the merit badges earned and the character developed along the way, as well as the service, the important service to our community. We thank you for the grace that has sustained Ryan as he has worked little by little, month by month, and year by year to fulfill his goal. And so we seek your presence today to be with us during this Eagle Court of Honor. Be present with Ryan, his family, and all of his fellow scouts and the leaders of Troop 286. Be present in all of the units that meet here. Be present with all who are here in person and those here in spirit. Guide us, guide all of us as Ryan takes these next steps to be awarded the Eagle Scout. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Martson. For those of you who are not familiar with the scouting program, in the Scout Oath, the young scout promises upon the scout's honor to do her best, to do her duty first to God and her country, second to other people by helping them at all times, and third, himself by keeping himself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. You can see how the light of the spirit of scouting, passed down from scout to scout, grows brighter and begins to light the way for new scouts on their own journeys. A new scout begins with no rank and must earn the scout rank. The scout rank stands, if you will, at the foot of the Eagle Trail. A scout must know the scout law and the oath. Once inspired by the spirit of scouting, the youth won't stay a scout for very long. Very long, guys, very long. Don't stay for very long. The tenderfoot badge is the second rank a scout receives. It stands above the Eagle Trailhead, putting a few simple achievements behind him or her. He will shortly climb to the rank of scout, or second class. The requirements of second class become a bit more difficult. A scout must learn to be self-sufficient in the outdoors and continue to render service to others. Although the requirements are more difficult, the scout keeps climbing until one day he comes to the top of the first summit. And there he receives his first class badge. The next rank lies ahead. A broad field of merit badges awaits the first class scout. More than 135 merit badges guide the scout to explore careers, hobbies, and community interest items. The scout needs but a total of 6 merit badges to conquer the Star Scout Summit, probably a lot sooner than she thought possible. Through leadership, service, and achievement, she conquers the first of 3 great peaks along the Eagle Trail to become a Star Scout. The trail to the next summit, the Life Peak, isn't easy. There is leadership to demonstrate, service to others, and plenty of hard work in mastering 5 additional merit badges and helping fellow scouts along. The higher the scout climbs, the fewer travelers she will meet along this trail. The Life Scout goal can be achieved, but it takes real effort. I call on Eagle Scout Louis Tan.
While the rank of Life Scout is a coveted one and deserving to all who obtain it, the Eagle Trail does not end there. It leads on toward a higher summit. Before the highest summit along the Eagle Trail can be completed, additional merit badges must be earned. Some of them are very difficult, and personal achievement, leadership to others, and service to the community are paramount. Only with the greatest persistence and courage can the scout gain the thrill of success that comes while looking back down the trail from the very top of the Eagle Summit. Allow me to introduce Kevin Young, fellow Troop 286 Assistant Scoutmaster and Eagle Scout.
Scouting is no doubt one of the greatest organizations in the world to foster the highest ideals of citizenship. Many of our nation's leaders have had some of their earliest leadership experiences in scouting. Scouting is changing, but one thing remains constant, and that is the total development from childhood to adulthood depends on physical, mental, and moral growth expressed in the Scout Oath and Law. The skills are so demanding and the challenges are so great that it is not surprising to learn that since the Eagle Scout rank's inception, only about 6.5% of all scouting youth have achieved the rank of the Eagle Scout. All joining Scouts dream of the Eagle, but there are many activities and interests demanding their attention along the way. What does the Eagle Badge represent? The Eagle Scout Badge is a symbol of what a youth has done, but more importantly, it represents what an adult will be in the future as the youth grows into being an adult. Honor Guard, please escort before the Court of Honor Eagle Scout candidate Ryan Wong. Allow me to introduce Eagle Scout Oscar Madrigal, fellow Pack 329 AOL Den Leader, and Troop 286 Assistant Scoutmaster.
The Eagle Award is a culmination of the various efforts of many leaders of this Scout. It's an occasion for pride and joy, and a time for serious contemplation. We realize that this is the highest rank a Scout can earn in Scouting, and the most desired of all Scouting awards. It's the last step in our troops' advancement program. Therefore, this Court of Honor must carefully examine each candidate's application. In order for you to understand the completeness of our examination, I asked Margot Garcia, Troop 286 Committee Chair, to explain the various inquiries made regarding the candidate, Ryan Wong.
The first consideration in the examination of this candidate was proficiency in the various crafts and skills prescribed in the requirements for the Eagle Award. The Eagle candidate presented a record of the various merit badges earned, and these have been carefully checked. The candidate has been certified by the various merit badge counselors approved by the Troop Committee, and the court finds that the candidate has fully qualified for the required merit badges for the Eagle Award. An important consideration for the Eagle Award is leadership. This court has carefully reviewed the record of this candidate's leadership positions held in the troop, including Den Chief, Patrol Leader, Senior Patrol Leader, and Troop Guide, his school affairs, and completing the Distinguished Conservation Service Award project, which the candidate planned, supervised, and carried out, his Eagle Service project, and his other scouting and non-scouting activities. We find that the candidate has demonstrated his capacity and willingness to exert his leadership abilities in activities that are constructive and worthwhile in this community. We believe that he is qualified to receive the Eagle Award. Last, but certainly not least, is the Scout's character. We interviewed his teachers, pastor, parents, neighbors, and many others regarding the candidate Ryan Wong. A Scout must be above all trustworthy and demonstrate his willingness to do good turns daily. This court finds that the candidate is endeavoring to put into practice in his daily life the principles of the Scout Oath and Law, and we believe he will continue these habits after receiving the Eagle Award. I call on Alvin Wong, Troop 286 former Scoutmaster, and our new El Camino Real District Commissioner, to lead the voice of the Eagles.
Okay, before we start, I see a lot of people standing in the back. If you would like to come forward and grab some additional seats, let's do that now before we start with the Voice of the Eagles. We have a few more seats up front, so don't be shy. All right. In light of these various inquiries, this court finds the candidate qualified for the Eagle Award. However, if anyone knows any reason why this scout should not be awarded the rank of Eagle, let this person speak now. Okay, we will now introduce the Voice of the Eagle, which involves Eagle Scout alumni who will challenge our candidate to uphold the high standards expected of our proud Eagle Scout sisters and brothers. Would Eagle Scout Alex Wong please come forward?
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I represent all of those scouts who have received the Eagle Award in Troop 286. We do not object to the awarding of the Eagle Badge, but we do believe the candidates should understand that the Eagle rank is a responsibility as well as an honor. We respectfully ask that he be informed of the responsibilities of an Eagle Scout before the badge is awarded.
Eagle Scout Trent Hada, please come forward.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a scout is trustworthy is the first point of the Scout Law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because of the infinite abhorrence of doing so to himself, but because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other scouts. Living honorably reflects credit upon his home, his troop, his church, and his community. May the white of the Eagle Badge remind you to always live with honor.
Would Eagle Scout Louis Tan please come forward?
The second obligation of the Eagle Scout is loyalty. A scout is true to his family, scout leaders, friends, school, and the nation. His loyalty provides comfort to those close to him because they know he will always support them in good times and bad. He is the ultimate teammate who carries his weight and shares his joys and sorrow. His example builds scout loyalty and devotion to his community, his country, and to God. May the blue of the Eagle Badge always inspire your loyalty.
Will Eagle Scout and Pack 329 Assistant Den Leader, oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. Would Eagle Scout Kevin Leong please come forward?
The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To a scout, bravery means not only to the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right, trusting in God, with faith in his fellow man. He looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. May the red of the Eagle Badge always remind you of courage.
Will Eagle Scout and Pack 329 Assistant Den Leader Neil Crocker please come forward?
The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. An Eagle Scout is friendly to everyone he encounters and appreciates the smiles he gets back. The respect he shows for others reflects his love for people. The scroll bearing the Scout motto on the Scout badge has its ends turned up to remind the Eagle Scout to smile while he does his duty.
Will Eagle Scout Caleb Lee please come forward?
The final obligation of an Eagle Scout is service. He extends a helping hand to those who still toil up the scouting trail he has just completed, just as others has helped him in his achievement of the Eagle rank. The performance of his daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. He protects and defends the weak. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while demanding his own. His code of action is based upon the belief that real leadership must be founded upon real service. May the motto, "Be prepared," always remind you that as an eagle, you are among the best prepared to be of service to others. May the eagle suspended from the ribbon always remind you to perform that service when the opportunity presents itself.
Will Oscar Madrigal please come forward?
Eagle candidate Ryan and Wong, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen of this court, if this candidate is willing to accept the responsibilities of the badge as well as its honor, we cordially welcome him to the ranks of the Eagle Scouts around the world. Eagle candidate Ryan Jen Wong, are you willing to accept these responsibilities?
Yes, I accept.
Honor guard, please escort the candidate's parents to the stage. Where's Jay? Walk around. Now I would like to call on Troop 286 Assistant Scoutmaster Kevin Liang to issue.
Ryan Jen Wong, I challenge you to enter this Eagle brotherhood and sisterhood without reservation, the ideals of honor and service. By the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before you, your fellow members, you will become Eagle Scouts. Through the words you use are similar to those by which you joined Scouting. They will mean more now than they could have meant at any time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the words which close the Declaration of Independence. Scout sign 1. And repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance.
I reaffirm my allegiance.
To the 3 promises of the Scout Oath.
To the 3 promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself.
The obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
The obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best.
On my honor, I will do my best.
To make my training an example.
To make my training an example.
My rank and influence count strongly.
My rank and influence count strongly.
For better scouting and for better citizenship.
For better scouting and for better citizenship.
In my troop.
In my troop.
In my community.
In my community.
And in my contacts with other people.
And in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Ready, 2. By the authority vested in this court of honor by the National Council, Boy Scouts of America, and by recommendation of the various persons who have investigated your credentials, your leadership practice, and your character, it is with distinct honor and pleasure that I present with you the Eagle Award. And I'm going to invite Mom, I believe, right, to pin this on your son, right?
We're getting old.
Honor guard, attention. No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness from the mother of this Eagle Scout, which has led us to this night. She has poked you, she has prodded you, she has encouraged and supported you as your Cub Scout den leader, as your advancement chair, as your personal Uber driver, and emergency support. She has been with you every step of this moment. As a symbol of what your mother has made possible, the court now asks that this new eagle to present to his mother this eagle pin as a token of her efforts to get you here. Mama, worry, we didn't forget about Dad here. Now, your father has stood by you over the years as your parent, as your cub master, and scout leader, and has offered his sometimes unwanted advice, guidance, encouragement, and assistance. As the symbol of what he has contributed to your attainment of this award, the court now asks you to present him with the Eagle Mentor Pin. A parent pin. Parent. Yeah, you can use it. Now I'd like to call upon Troop 1286 Scoutmaster Steve Chow. Eagle Scout Ryan. Got your flag? Well, I apologize. The flag is actually over on the other side, but we will continue on. First of all, I would like to thank Margot Garcia, Alvin Wong, Kevin Lam, Oscar Magical, Neil Crocker, Alex Wong, Louis Tang, Trent Huada, and Caleb Lee for helping out today. A very special thank you to Raul Reyes for Sage Granada Park United Methodist Church for all of its visual, media, and the broadcast support. We also like to acknowledge the following who are in attendance today. Mr. John Johnson, the Greater Los Angeles Scouting Board President. Mr. Ross Arnold, Greater Los Angeles Board Member and DCSA Chair. Ms. Barbara Gotu, Director of Operation of the Arroyo and Foothill Conservancy. Ms. Dorias Estrada, Chief Operating Officer at PAK Brand Making and a former PAC 329 Cup Master. Reverend George, our pastor at Sage Granada Park United Methodist Church. We also like to thank Estela Chica, our El Camino Real District Unit Coordinator for the Greater Los Angeles Scouting Council. And we also like to thank Mr. Alvin Wong, our El Camino Real District Commissioner and former Troop 286 Scoutmaster. We also like to thank Iris Dawson, which is our El Camino Real District Membership Chair and former District Commissioner. And also we'd like to thank Nancy Begg, our El Camino Real District Member and also a DCSA committee member.
finally, I'd like to thank Mr. Paul Lee. He is the El Camino Real District member and also the Eagle District Advisor co-chair. Now, I would like to present from the congressional representative Judy Chu and an American flag that recently flew in the national capital. Representative Judy Chu also sent her a congressional congratulations and present the following two recognitions. So it's the flag and I would like to read that to all of you. So, Ryan Wong, in recognition of your effort and achievement, your dedication to the community service is truly commendable and greatly appreciated. Congratulations on receiving one of the highest awards a Boy Scout can earn, and best wishes on your future endeavor. Now, I would like to introduce Eagle Scout Ryan Wong to share with you his reflection in Scouting.
Good evening, everyone. Imagine standing at the World Scout Jamboree site in West Virginia. We were one of the first troops to arrive at a vast campsite brimming with anticipation. Suddenly, the skies opened, releasing a torrent of rain on the bare campsites designated for troops from different nations. Unaware of the downpour, the fellow scouts were still en route. We didn't hesitate. We immediately started setting up their tents, canopies, and borders. Even though our uniforms were soaking and our hands were cold, the unity and spirit of scouthood lifted our spirits. We were experiencing the spirit of scouting, a sense of belonging that transcends borders and cultures. We had initiated ourselves into the broader world of scouting, a world built on friendship, compassion, and understanding. Today, I stand before you, an Eagle Scout, humbled and deeply honored to recount my scouting journey at this prestigious Eagle Court of Honor. Now let's return to the beginning, my Cub Scout days. As a child, I explored my backyard, chased lizards, and overturned rocks. My first scout visit to the Cabrillo tide pools amplified that sense of wonder 1,000-fold. I was entering a new world, teeming with marine life, fish, sea anemones, and even an octopus. This was a close encounter with nature. This close encounter with nature felt nothing short of a magical experience for a young scout like me, and it planted the seeds of my lifelong passion for environmental science. The Cub Scouts launched me into this vast universe of possibilities filled with community service, outdoor adventures, and the excitement of learning new things. The transition from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts marked a significant turning point. It represented not just an increase in responsibility, but an invitation to discover, learn, and grow. I recall a summer camp in Hawaii where this newfound freedom took a hilarious turn. On a sunny day, my friend Jerry and I discovered a bunch of fallen coconuts in the clearing we were monitoring for our environmental science merit badge. We opened them up with our pocket knives, and they tasted like nothing else. But now we were down to our last two. And despite evident signs of decay, Jerry couldn't resist tasting the coconut water. Later, Jerry's misadventure with rotten coconuts served as a memorable lesson about the consequences of our choices. This was scouting, a journey filled with discoveries, adventures, and occasional humorous missteps. My journey continued, and I aimed to achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. As I saw every challenge and every hurdle as a stepping stone that shaped me into a leader and infused within me a sense of responsibility and compassion. During the challenging times of the pandemic, I had the responsibility of guiding my troop. This formidable challenge offered a new perspective on leadership and community service. Now, I would like to acknowledge a few individuals who played a pivotal role in my scouting journey. My mother, Miss Joanne Jen, who was my den leader since I was a Tiger in Cub Scouts, thank you. You were more than just a parent. You were a mentor who nurtured my curiosity and guided me throughout my scouting journey. You took me to every scouting event, from the Cabrillo Tide Pools to the Redwoods National Park. Your unwavering support and love were my pillars of strength and the wind beneath my wings. You are my biggest supporter, and I am forever grateful for you. My father, Mr. Paul Wong, you have been my guiding star through thick and thin. Your wisdom and guidance have been instrumental in my growth, not just as a scout, but as a person. You joined me on all my camping trips, worked alongside me on my DCSA projects, and hiked with me, sharing your valuable insights. Your enduring support and guidance have been indispensable in my journey to becoming an Eagle Scout. Kevin, my older brother, your presence in my life and my scouting journey has been invaluable. You've been a companion, a mentor, and a friend. Your encouragements for my passion for environmental science have been a constant source of motivation and support. I'm glad that we've been able to experience this scouting journey together, and I'm immensely grateful for your companionship and encouragement. To my troop, you are the backbone of my scouting journey. Each one of you, with your unique talents and personalities, has contributed to my growth. I've learned from your experiences, laughed from your jokes, and relied on your camaraderie during challenging times. Our shared experiences, the victories, the losses, the struggles, and the triumphs have left an indelible mark on my heart. And as I move forward, I will carry these memories with a sense of gratitude and fondness. To my assistant scoutmasters and Scoutmaster Alvin, your unwavering support has been critical throughout my journey. You provided guidance when I was unsure, encouragement when I was down, and congratulations when I succeeded. Each piece of advice, each constructive criticism, and each shared laugh has helped me grow. Your dedication, wisdom, and patience have left an incredible imprint on my scouting experience. You're not just my mentors, you became my extended family, inspiring me to strive towards my fullest potential. And a special thank you to Mr. Arnold, board member of the Greater LA Area Council and the DCSA board. Thank you for helping me throughout my DCSA journey and really showing me how I could engage in environmental science. I would also like to thank Mr. Jeff Solzbeck, the former CEO of GLAC, for supporting me on all my scouting endeavors. And a thank you to Ms. Ito from the Theodore Payne Foundation and Ms. Black from the Garden School Foundation. Okay, Ms. Goto was the beacon of strength, or Ms. Goto from the Arroyos and Foothills Conservancy was a beacon of strength and dedication. The sight of her tirelessness towards numerous conservation projects filled me with awe. She demonstrated the tremendous impact of a single person could have with commitment and passion. As I watched her lead and direct these projects, I understood the power of individual action. Her example inspired me, helping me realize my potential to create a meaningful change, which I strive to apply throughout my journey. Mr. Martinez from the Arroyos and Foothills Conservancy, always immersed in some conservation project, embodied dedication. His tireless efforts and passion for conservation were infectious. His commitment to action in the field taught me that passion and purpose could truly create change. And then there's Mr. Hoherd from the San Gabriel Mountains Regional Conservancy. I recall him spending countless days removing invasive arundo reed from the Little Dalton Canyon hillsides. His dedication and commitment to a cleaner, healthier environment taught me the value of perseverance and hard work. And lastly, Dr. Ann, former president of the San Gabriel Mountains Regional Conservancy, who not only served me as my mentor, but also enlightened me on a deeper, more nuanced aspect of environmental science. I stood by her side on the ridge, watching the humbling expanse of the San Gabriel mountain range in the golden hour light. It was a transformative moment. Dr. Ann introduced me to the world of environmental science and sparked a passion within me that would guide my scouting journey and beyond. Her dedication and deep respect for the environment served as a profound example to me. I realized that it was more than just an interest. It was a calling, and I was eager to answer. These experiences and individuals, among many others, shaped me into the Eagle Scout I am today. To all the Scouts out there, let my journey stand as evidence of a transformative power of Scouting. Cherish every moment, every challenge, and every victory, and remember, Scouting is about the journey, not the destination. As I near the end, I want to reflect on my journey, from a curious Cub Scout exploring the Cabrillo tide pools to standing here as an Eagle Scout. The path has been more rewarding than I ever imagined. The badges, the accolades, and ranks that mark the milestones of this journey, but the journey itself, the friendships forged, the lessons learned, and the values ingrained, that's the essence of Scouting. It's about the people who support us, the challenges that shaped us, and most importantly, the principles that guide us. Every step of this journey has been possible by you, my troop, my family, the esteemed Eagle Scout community, and our honored guests from the Alhambra Unified School District and Conservancies. I extend my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support and belief in me. To all my fellow Scouts, remember that the essence, thank you.
Wow. Thank you for that speech. And he wrote that. A little bit of editing, but this was all Ryan. I would like to invite John Johnson, our Greater Los Angeles Scouting Council. He's the board president, to speak about the direction of our council and to all aspiring Scouts and their parents.
Wow, what a great ceremony, right? It's a celebration, and thanks to Paul and Steve and Kevin and Alvin for their leadership. So thank you. I'm not going to be long. I know everybody's breathing a sigh of relief over that. Ryan is just starting his journey, actually. And what a wonderful start, right? A honor student, Eagle Scout, Distinguished Conservation Award winner or achiever, and by all accounts, a good person. Congratulations. He's joining a proud history of Scouting in the U.S. Began in 1910 with its first Eagle Scout in 1912. And so there's a lot of great footsteps to follow in. Ryan's also been blessed to be born into a beautiful family. Thank you. Yep. But we want to take this evening to celebrate Ryan, take a moment here to celebrate Ryan for his accomplishments. We also want to celebrate his family and his mentors, because we all know that it takes a village to produce one of these Eagle Scouts, right, Joanne? Right. There's another important part here, and that is, Ryan, as you start this journey, this is a wonderful beginning and an accomplishment. Our Eagle Scouts aren't flashy. They aren't the center of media attention. But they do know they need to make a difference and leave this place better than they found it. I know enough about you and your family that you won't forget those mandates. You're going to have a lot of challenges along the way as you continue to be a leader and a difference maker. In particular, you're going to need at times to stand out and oftentimes run against the grain of popular sentiment and behaviors of the moment. I know you're up to the challenge. And it won't be easy, but remember your religious and Scouting values, and while you won't be perfect, you'll end up doing the right thing. So, for those leaders out there, thank you. Now more than ever, we need Scouting in this society that is at times divided. We need to employ the values of Scouting, and this society will be better for it. One of these key opportunities to give back and make this better is helping these young leaders. Leadership does not come naturally. It's shaped and fashioned by learned behaviors and by personal challenges, which Scouting offers. I know of no other leadership development program like Scouting, and I want to thank all of you that have had shaped Ryan's life and they're shaping other young men and young women's life in Scouting today. And I urge you to continue with your volunteer efforts so that we can make a better future led by people like Ryan. Thank you very much.
Well, since John only took 4.5 minutes, I'll take the remainder. No, just kidding. Well, first I want to thank you, John, and to all the members of the Greater Los Angeles Area Council and to the El Camino Real District. And I want to also mention Joe Rivera is here. He's our advancement chair, so thank you for coming. You were off the script a little bit, but I'm acknowledging you. Yes, thank you. Whenever we have a function, or a meeting, we always end with a Scoutmaster Minute. And this particular one will be a bit bittersweet. I am the new Scoutmaster, and so I get to give, if you will, the last Scoutmaster Minute for Ryan as he begins his journey. He's not going far, and he keeps threatening to come back. But every parent wishes the best for their child. Every parent dreams positive things. When he was born, like my other two, he came into the world screaming and crying, as was I, as was Joanne, as is every parent. We are fearful, we are scared, we are hopeful. In scouting, there is a lot of teeth gnashing. There is a lot of just sighs of relief, and the hope that at each step the scout learns, picks up from the mistakes they make, and moves forward. Ryan talked about the journey. For all of us, we are on our own journeys, whether we're a parent or a scout leader or a community leader or organizational head. We each get to make a choice, and we get to make a difference. Scouts, every meeting, I challenge you. I challenge you to do something good, that good turn daily. I challenge you at every meeting because it is the reminders that we make to each other so that we instill that value within us. And then one day, you get to make that challenge, perhaps to your friends, perhaps to your spouse, perhaps to your own children. But one day you get to pick up that mantle as you journey. Ryan ends one chapter and begins another. There are so many friends and family here, all wishing him a warm congratulations. But most importantly, I call on the Scouts to see him as yet another mentor in your lives. Hopefully he touched your lives. Hopefully he showed you a path of success. And so with that, Ryan, congratulations to our Scouts. If I may ask you to all stand. Troop 286, Troop 1286. If there are any PAC, I guess all the other Scouts too, Paul, thank you. Yes, all the other Scouts of our council, you could stand up, all of our PAC. Just stand up for a moment. All the leaders, please stand for a moment. Scouts, look around you. Look to each other. You are the future, and the person next to you represents the best you can be. And the ones who stood before you, who came before you, are blazing a path. Follow that path. Do good. Do that good turn daily. Thank you. We will close now. I now declare this, everybody can sit. Thank you. I now declare this National Court of Honor closed. I ask that the members of the court and all Eagle Scouts present to be the first to congratulate the newest Eagle Scout. So the Eagle Nest, you're here. You're welcome to pick at them, hit them, whatever the, no, not hitting, sorry, we don't do that. Whatever you so choose. So Ryan, if you want to say hello to the Eagle's Nest. And following this, So following this, everyone else will have the opportunity to greet him. He's probably thinking he's going to eat, but you're welcome to tap on him and bug him and ask him. I'm sure that in the years to come, he will make up for the amount of food he's missed tonight. And I also want to congratulate all of you. We made it through the pandemic. We've made it through a lot of hardship, and we're here sitting together as one. And so on behalf of Troop 286, 1286, Crew 626, and Pack 329, thank you for coming. We will close our ceremony with the benediction from Reverend Martson.
And I do want to wish my personal congratulations to Ryan, and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And I do want to, I have watched, since I came here 7 years ago, watched as our scout units have grown, multiplied, and multiplied on top of the multiplication to be such a wonderful presence here. Sometimes, as Paul would say, organized chaos. But it is wonderful to see people emerge out of this experience, and such as Ryan and so many others that I have watched to grow, and the influence they've had on the community, the church and the community. So let us receive the benediction. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen.
So with that, we will, I think we can play the video either here, and we will play the video again over in the fellowship hall. We invite you to join us in dinner there. The only request that I make is we're going to try to do this as orderly as possible given the size. So I'm going to ask everybody to first take a seat, and if I can have the honored guests sit, perhaps we'll pick a table closest to this side and just sit there. That way I know who to send first, if that's all right. And then for all of the scouts, you know the rule. You got to serve, you got to clean, you know the whole thing. So we'll be doing that as usual. And for all of our other guests, please find a seat. We're going to have 2 rows, so that we'll speed it along. And allow everybody to have the first round of servings. Please don't go up for seconds. And I know there are a number of hungry scouts here. Yeah, you'll be hungry for a little while longer. So we always have that rule. We serve our guests first and the little ones, and then we go from there. But so please, if everybody will be good to file out over there, and more importantly, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the evening, and thank you very much. We really appreciate you coming tonight. So with that, where's my honor guard? Way in the back? Where are they? Outside? They're already outside? All right. I'm going to ask our honored guests, the first 2 rows, if you just go right in. Where's my honor guard? Are they outside? They disappeared. That's okay.